Nigeria has witnessed a sharp wave of violent incidents in 20. Nigeria has witnessed a wave of violent incidents in the last 72 hours, from a controversial military airstrike in the northeast to deadly bandits raids in Zamfara, fresh killings on the Plateau, targeted kidnappings in the south, and a wave of attacks in Nasarawa State that has sent thousands of people running away from their homes. What is emerging is not a single crisis, but multiple overlapping security breakdowns across the regions. Tonight, we break down verified incidents, casualties, and what the government and security agencies have done or failed to do. My name is Rumande Shawulu. This is your update from the other side. And we start with the very sad news about the killing in Borno of the commanding officer of the 242 Battalion in Monguno, Colonel I.E. Mohammed. According to reports, he was killed alongside 10 soldiers by a Boko Haram improvised explosive device. The incident occurred around April 12, 2026, when the officer's vehicle ran over the explosive while he was rushing to support a forward operating base that was under attack. This is not the first time that an officer has been killed. Just last week, the commanding officer of a brigade was also killed in Borno. Brigadier General Useni was killed by Boko Haram or ISWAP, which attacked and ransacked his command post. An airstrike near Jili Market along the Yobe-Borno border. The Nigerian Air Force confirmed it conducted airstrikes targeting terrorist elements on April 11. But shortly after, reports emerged that the strike may have hit a civilian market. Multiple sources in Amnesty International say over 100 people may have been killed. Some local reports suggest the number could be even higher. The military has not confirmed the casualty figure, but it has acknowledged the incident and said it had opened an investigation. The Chief of Air Staff has activated the Civilian Harm Investigation Cell to determine what happened. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum, however, described the incident as a known insurgent stronghold, complicating the operational environment. The incident raises a critical question. Can Nigeria intensify counter-insurgency operations without increasing civilian casualties?
They will receive about 21 victims of both blast as well as gunshot wound from a town in between Libyo and Dedam. So most of them sustained various injuries. Though most of the affected areas are the limbs, but some have abdominal injuries, thoracic as well as head injuries. So we've started sorting them out. Most of them have been sorted except for the critical ones. So far, we have 21, out of 21, 5 are female, while 16 are male. I think that's just the statistics of what we received. Well, they came in various degrees of severity. There are mild ones, there's moderate, and then the severe. The severe ones are those that are lying down here. They need to be explored, explorative laparotomy. They have to be operated. And some have started receiving the operations. So that's it. And so far, everything is available. They've received all the first aid that is required. Some will require certain units of blood before even operated. And of course, we have no problem for now. Well, we expect the public to donate blood. Yep. I think at the end of the day, it's blood that we'll be looking for. So once we have enough blood, I think we're up to task to take care of this particular incident. And there may or may not be others that will come in.
In the northwest, bandit violence continues unabated. In Bunkaso village, Bokumyom, local government area of Zamfara state, armed bandits launched a night raid again. Residents confirmed that over 80 attackers on motorcycles stormed the community around 9 p.m. in the night. At least 18 people were killed, with several others injured. The attackers fired indiscriminately before retreating. Governor Dauda Lawal recently decamped from the People's Democratic Party into the ruling APC, condemned the killings and sent a delegation to support the victims. However, there is still no clear report of arrests or neutralization of those responsible. The pattern remains unchanged. Large mobile bandits, night attacks, and weak responses, which usually come after the bandits have left. And in Plateau State, another rural community came under attack. Gunmen invaded Mbweli village in Boko's local government area late in the night. 8 people were killed, all from the same family, with several others injured. The attack lasted nearly an hour. Local authorities described this as a part of renewed wave of violence in the area. Plateau continues to face recurring cycles of targeted killings, often with devastating psychological impact.
Around 9:38, I was lying on the bed. So I had a gunshot. So secondly, the gunshot was in rapid. So I now stood her up. You understand? As I stood her up, she told me, say, I took the fear. Say, if you hear gun, you just the waka, or you just come out. And now I tell them, say, you see this gun now attack. So I sneak as I come out. Now so they can't enter. Go shoot her. Because the entrance, they follow like this. After they go, they start penetrating from there, coming to this side. This is where they have escaped. This road is the road that they follow and escape. Precisely, they may reach 15 to 14. They are Fulanis. They speak Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You see, this my brother. Yesterday, our pastor called him. So after he came back from church, around by that time, so he knocked. As he knocked, his wife opened the door. So now, so they followed him. So after they shoot him, they use, I don't even know whether they use gun or what, they hit his son. And they brush his wife, bullet brush his wife through her stomach. So they let her take her to hospital. They were in a black uniform. And most of them, they are not up to 18, 19 years.
And in nearby Nasarawa State, hundreds of people around Gada Hudu in Karu local government area of the state reportedly fled their homes following renewed attack by bandits. Mind you, Karu borders Abuja, the federal capital of Nigeria. In a viral video that was released on Friday, large numbers of residents, including women and children, were seen running off foot while others fled in pickup vans and on motorcycles, carrying whatever belongings they could salvage. A male voice in the video said over 3,000 people in these communities had been sacked. The video footage captured scenes of displaced families carrying babies, bags, and whatever belongings they could salvage, with no visible presence of security men. Efforts to confirm the incident from the Nasarawa State Police have been unsuccessful.
Nigeria government, there are more than 3,000 people in this community that have been sacked. Guys, these people no pass 3,000.
That's 3,000.
These people are more than 6,007. Look at how people have sacked them from their community.
And they don't drive for like how many minutes now? So they line
See
up.
people. I thought
This is Benue, Nasarawa.
Gada Wudu.
Moving to the south-south region of Nigeria, gunmen abducted the chairman of Sapale local government area in Delta State. The attackers stormed a hotel area and opened fire before taking the local government official. A vigilante and another individual were injured during the attack. Police have launched a manhunt and recovered a suspected getaway vehicle. Authorities say they are working with intelligence agencies to secure his release. This highlights yet a growing concern. High-value political targets are increasingly vulnerable. And last year, a former member of the House of Representatives was kidnapped in church in Asaba, the capital of Delta State. She was eventually released after some ransom was said to have been paid to the gunmen. In Ondo State in southwest Nigeria, gunmen attacked a poultry farm near Akure. 2 people, a woman and her daughter, were killed. 3 others were abducted, though police later confirmed that the 2 victims were rescued alive. The attackers reportedly scaled the fence and struck at night. Across the last 72 hours, at least 5 major incidents have been verified. Confirmed deaths outside the airstrike stands at 28, with Gili incident included. The total could exceed 120, though this could become higher as investigations are conducted, and at least 4 people were abducted and several people injured. Several other committee members are fleeing from their homes because of the crisis. Of course, 3 patterns are very clear. First, intensified military operations come with rising risk of civilian deaths and casualties. Secondly, continued dominance of bandit motorcycle raids in the northwest requires attention by the government. Third, the persistent rural and targeted attacks across central and southern Nigeria. The implications of this are clear. Insecurity is no longer regional, it is national and multi-layered. As security forces respond, the critical test will be this: can Nigeria move from reactive responses to preventive control? We'll continue to track these developments and bring you verified updates. My name is Romande Shawulu. This is Security Update. Stay informed, stay safe.